Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things planning, journaling and stationaries. Welcome to another episode of my Bungu-mas. Bungu-mas means, well actually Bungu means stationery in Japanese, and this is my version of Advent calendar or Vlogmas in my YouTube channel. So I'm sharing 25 items on a daily video, and just to recap all the nice things that I used this year and also sharing them so that if you're looking for something new to prepare for next year, this video might be nice to watch if you're looking for especially the notebooks today. So I have purchased 2 notebooks this year. Well, I have purchased other ones, but I want to talk specifically about A5 size notebook. One of the decisions I made earlier, maybe a couple of years ago actually, that I really like notebooks, so wherever I go I start getting 1 and 2 and 3 and the stack becomes too much. And one decision that made a bit of a difference is that, okay, there are a million different notebooks out there, so I am going to get only the A5 size. Yes, I made that decision a few years back. This is because I didn't quite like the traditional school size. I don't know how you call that size, the bigger size notebook, because it wouldn't fit on my bag nicely. Whereas the smaller notebooks or like planners are nice, like B6 is so cute, nice, but it tends to be too small, and the sweet spot was A5 after a lot of experimentation. So for example, last year I purchased this gorgeous notebook. This one will be on camera anytime soon. This is the A5 size chunky notebook that I use for my journaling in Japanese. I kind of differentiate Japanese journaling and English journal. So this is my Japanese. This is often on my Instagram, so if you follow me on Instagram you might have already seen this, but basically this is like, I've been using it for 1 year. It's getting to my 2nd year, and step by step I'm using up the pages. And when I say A5, I do give a bit of grace. So A5, this is like a classic A5, but also Traveler's Notebook is A5 Slim, so that is okay. The idea is when I put them on the shelf, it has the same height, so it looks nice and neat. So that is like one of the things that I said to myself like a couple of years back. So that kind of reduced the decision fatigue / like impulse purchase of notebooks. Like Moleskine, they have A5 slim size. That is okay. LT, I don't know, Leuchtturm, I don't know how to pronounce it. That one also have A5, so that is also okay, but not the smaller one, the big one, the pocket size. No. I've already decided that everything needs to be A5, A5 slim, A5 something A5. And this year, when I started my everyday carry as my Noti, the small book, plus the combination of plan paper daily, using 2 planner was a bit, in theory it worked, but it didn't work by February. So I started looking for some option, but I didn't want to purchase a lot of things. Or in the end I did purchase a lot of things, so you know, at that time I didn't want to purchase a lot of things. So what I went back is to go back to bullet journaling, and I was still thinking which notebooks to use. So I actually got 2 notebooks, those 2. This one is called Apica notebook, I think, from Japanese brand. And what I really like about this one is that not only the cover is nice and shiny, but it has 5mm grid in my favorite cream color. And then I also got Stalogy A5. I think everyone is, if you are watching this video and really into notebooks, this is very famous one. But this one is a bit unique one. It's the dot grid version, because this one has 5mm grid compared to traditional Stalogy A5, which has 4mm grid. And I feel like when I'm writing, especially in Japanese, 4mm is too small. So I would need to do like a double spacing. and I was thinking, I wasn't sure if I want to write in Japanese or English, so I went for a bigger grid ones. So I purchased 2 of them, and then while I waited for this to arrive at my house, which took quite a long time because we don't live under the Amazon radar, logistics is always a challenge. And in the end, I actually went for this one. The reason is very simple. I prefer a little bit of a thicker paper compared to Stalogy or Hobonichi Tomoe River paper. So originally I got this one. And also, this will be the first time for this to come under the camera, but I have used one during the COVID. Like literally under the lockdown situation, I have used this book as my bullet journal. And as I was flipping through, I was surprised. Like every pages are nicely filled up. I did not give up until the last bit. It's got some coffee issue, as you can see. So that section is kind of left out. But most of the pages are actually nicely filled up. It's very simple. And yeah, this is like lockdown April. Yeah, if you remember, you remember. So this was like me trying to enjoy my time at home, work-life balance, but still trying to get things done. And it was a very, I think this is was my emotional helper, like yeah, to live that uncertainty period. I mean, if you're curious, I might be able to do some flip through in the future. So because I have done bullet journaling in this notebook, I thought it's a good idea to stick with it. So this red one, this is like a standard one, which is also 5mm grid, but comes in a white paper. This one is a cream paper one. That's the difference. And I did set it up in, I think, early February. So I have a bit of a future log situation. I did some book log spreads. I backlogged January because it would be unsatisfying if I end up using this forever and then I don't have January, only February onward. So I actually did the January wellness tracker, wish list, the podcast log, some notes from the podcast, and the daily to-dos. And a bit of a reflection notes, a bit private. And then I set up February, but I actually didn't even use it as my bullet journal at all. And it's just, at this time, I quite enjoyed the creative aspect. But now that I'm so blessed or maybe indulged by all the other planners that I have used in the past, writing things by my hands and the writing is not really nice and the line doesn't be, it just didn't look nice on paper. And that is why I set it up. I backdated it, I enjoyed it, but this did not become my everyday carry. And come to think of it, to use it as an everyday carry, A5 is quite big. So I prefer A5 to be more like a journaling, stay-at-home notebook. So yeah, this one remains empty, so I still have a lot of pages to go. And you know, I often have some like impulse to do something in A5 notebook. So of course, this will stay with me. And this is going to be my, I don't know, I don't want to cut them because I still have a lot of pages. So still waiting for some nice idea. Or I might decide to switch from current journal when I finish this one, and then I can just repurpose it. And the Stalogy did not get a vote at that time in February, but I am now thinking again of not bullet journaling as in like planning, but doing kind of a Hobonichi / Starling ink situation. So the idea is there's a monthly calendar, there's a weekly, and then lots of blank page at the back. So I just tried writing something, but did it spark my joy? Again, it's just me writing, so I did not quite like it. Luckily, I knew it, so I just did it on the pencil, so it's just very easy to erase. I just tried to draw a line in a finest writing as possible so that I can erase it in the future. So yes, I'm thinking I was thinking of doing something, but already it's even before 2025 started. I don't think this is the one I want to use, so this is going back to the shelf as a blank notebook. So I actually have 2 stuck here that are waiting for some usage in the future. And the great thing is, as long as I have them, whenever I have a like impulse of starting a new journal or doing some bullet journaling or doing some logging or even just being a bit creative on doing something, they are here. So they're always sitting for me, waiting for the next chance. So that's it for today. I really like A5 size, and like I mentioned, I do recommend both of the notebooks. They are both from Japan. I'm proudly saying that, and the quality is very nice. But to carry A5 every day, I am not sure personally. Yeah, so I feel like they are more of like stay at home journal. Yes, so thank you very much and see you in the next video. Bye.